Bacup Natural History Society was founded in 1878, when Bacup had a population of nearly 25,000 souls. Many of these were employed in the surrounding cotton and woolen mills, stone quarries, coal mines, and other local industries. A number of these artisans spent their weekends roaming local moors in search of natural history specimens, bringing back many samples of bugs. This led to the fledgling society being known as the Bug Club. They were aided and abetted by Dr. Joseph Hardman Worrell, Bacup's best-loved family doctor, who died in 1889. A portrait of Dr. Worrell, painted in oils, still hangs on the stairway of the Bacup Nat premises. The Society's original specialities were the 3 Fs: flora, fauna and fossils. The local chief constable donated a case of butterflies and moths in 1895, and in October of 1898 the landlord of the Buck Inn donated a mummified cat and rat, items which visiting groups from local schools seemed to find particularly interesting. The Society's present premises at 24 Yorkshire Street were originally built as a pair of stone cottages in 1804. They saw service over the years as the Hare and Hounds public house from 1860 to 1907, before being taken over by the Society in 1947. Displayed on a wall of the museum is a case of 26 flints presented by John Thomas Pickup of Stacksteads, who was employed as an oat cake maker and later storekeeper at Grove Mill. He collected his flints from the Rossendale moors at various dates between 1913 and 1920. Even the onset of blindness after the Great War did not inhibit his ability to identify flints by touch. Blodwen is arguably our museum's rarest attraction. Discovered in a quarry at the Little Orme at Llandudno by local accountant Lawrence Lord, also a member of Bacup Nat, her skeletal remains were donated to the museum in 1896. Carbon dated to 3510 BC, she reposes in a specially constructed protective case, along with an artist's impression of how she may have looked. Gordon Taylor, who died in 1992, was the Nat's chief industrial archaeologist, whose research led to the publication of books on the mills and quarries of Bacup, together with an industrial chronology. He was also instrumental in the creation of the Wall of History, set up between 1986 and 1987, which can be found next to the Nat. A plaque tells visitors that the Wall of History is the second location of note in the Bacup Town Centre Trail, and 2 more plaques have been set up here recently by the Valley of Stone project. On its long back wall are 18 date stones, mainly salvaged from demolished properties. They include a Victorian post office wall box and an 1862 date stone from the old Bacup cooperative store on Rochdale Road. During World War II, a rectangular board was affixed over the town's name, so that if any enemy forces happened to land, they wouldn't have a clue where they were. Also in that area are the old stocks, a visible feature of Bacup Fold from 1749 to 1850. A sandstone crushing circle, rescued in 1979 from Guide Quarry at Sourhall above Todmorden, can also be found there. In the early days, it was something of a status symbol to be a member of Bacup Natural History Society, something which was reflected in the choice of some of our presidents. Over the first 134 years of the Society's existence, there have been 12 presidents, the first being stonemason Henry Halstead, a self-educated gentleman who was able to dub firms by their Latin names. All our presidents have made their own particular contribution to the Society. The Society has, from the early days, maintained a programme of illustrated talks and lectures. These are still held on Saturday evenings from clocks back in October to clocks forward again in March. Once held on every Saturday throughout the winter season, since 2005 they have taken place only on alternate Saturdays. Our holdings include virtually complete files of local newspapers, the Bacup and Rossendale News from 1863, Bacup Times from 1865, Bacup Chronicle from 1902, and the Bacup Echo, 1972 to 77. We also have some 2,000 books, a map collection in excess of 100 items, and a photographic collection of over 4,000 images. Bacup Nat is well worth a visit and open every Thursday evening from 7:30 p.m. onwards. On Easter Saturday each year, we have our regular open day from 10 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Many visitors are pleasantly surprised by the wealth of material on display.